This is KGW News at Sunrise.
This morning on Sunrise, the search for the body of a missing Oregon City woman. Investigators say the man who first reported her missing last month has now admitted he killed her. We'll have the latest details on this investigation coming up in our top story.
The East Coast waking up to the remnants of several storms. 2 people died and millions are without power this morning. The latest on what's happening coming up in just a few minutes. And Oregon State students could soon feel the blowback from the mass exodus from the Pac-12. The university is facing sizable debt over its brand new stadium, and the recent conference realignment is not helping its need for revenue, meaning it could be on students, maybe even taxpayers, to foot the bill.
We have a taxpayer who also does weather for us. His name is Rod Hill. We're going to kick off today's edition of the Sunrise Show on this Tuesday morning by turning it over to Rod for a look at our forecast.
Pretty good day coming up. We are looking, we talked about this a bit yesterday, at potential 100-degree temperatures next week, and we'll get to more of that coming up. Pretty shot right here. Partly cloudy skies over the city to start our Tuesday morning. 64 is the early number. A lot of you are in the 50s. It's definitely, you'll notice this, not as sticky and a little bit cooler than it was 24 hours ago when you step outdoors. A mostly sunny day is coming, 75 degrees at noon. It will be warm this afternoon, getting up to 86 for a high. Of course, your 7-day in just a few moments.
Thank you, Rod. Oregon City police have a grim task. They're looking for the body of a missing mother after the man she lived with admitted in court he killed her.
We want to warn you this morning that some of the details in this story can be difficult to hear. Here's Mike Benner with more.
Appearing in Clackamas County Court via closed-circuit TV from the jail, Jamin Fritsch pleaded not guilty to murder and abuse of a corpse. These are charges connected to the disappearance and death of Kara Taylor, a case that troubles even the most seasoned investigators.
This is a tragic situation.
Captain David Edwins of the Oregon City Police Department says Taylor was last seen July 25th. 2 days later, Fritsch, who Taylor lived with at a home on Jefferson Street in Oregon City, reported her missing. Right away, detectives thought the disappearance was suspicious.
Miss Taylor has a adult disabled daughter that was living at the location, and for her to leave the daughter there by herself and not be seen or heard was what led us to believe that.
Follow-up investigation revealed that Fritsch made multiple trips to a Home Depot for things like zip ties, tarps, and a saw blade. Blood was found in the home Fritsch shared with Taylor. And it was revealed in court that Fritsch admitted to investigators he killed Taylor. But that's not all.
He admitted that he dismembered her and placed parts of her body in different locations and said that the police would not be able to find her body because it was dispersed over multiple garbage municipalities.
Prosecutors argued that Fritsch is a danger to society and should remain behind bars without bail. The judge obliged. Just a little comfort for the grieving family of Kara Taylor.
Obviously, our condolences go out to Miss Taylor's family. It's a very tragic situation, and first and foremost, that's our condolences are for her family.
I'm Mike Benner for KGW News.
Kara Taylor's family released a statement thanking investigators for their hard work. Taylor leaves behind a 22-year-old daughter with special needs. In an NBC exclusive interview, FBI investigators want anyone who believes they're a victim of this man on your screen, 29-year-old Negassi Zuberi, to come forward. He's accused of kidnapping a woman in Seattle and locking her in a cinder block cell in his garage. Zuberi was arrested in July after the woman escaped from his home in Klamath Falls and flagged down help. Police say they're linking Zuberi to 4 sexual assaults in at least 4 states. He lived in Vancouver from July of last year until March of this year. He also spent some time in Portland during that period before moving to Klamath Falls. NBC News got an exclusive update with an FBI investigator in Portland. She says victims in the case are worried they won't be believed, which can stop them from coming forward.
Based off the information that we have, sex workers were part of the population that he targeted, but also other roommates or other people he felt that didn't have connection to anybody else. They no longer need to be afraid. He is in custody, and we are ready to listen to support their truth and their experience and give light to it so that they can rewrite their own ending.
While he goes by the name Negassi Zuberi, investigators say he's also used other names, including Sakima, Justin Haichi, and Justin Kouassi. Sometime this morning, the Washington County deputy shot while serving an eviction notice will be released from the hospital. Deputy Charles Doze has been in the hospital since July 26. The suspect shot Doze 7 times with bullets, hitting the deputy in the chest, arms, and head. We talked to Doze's daughter last week. She told us he had his left eye and teeth removed and had surgery on one of his arms. But she said his recovery is going well despite all that he's been through. KGW will be at the hospital today. When Deputy Doze is released, we will bring you the latest on air and online at kgw.com.
The blow-up of the Pac-12 conference has left the Oregon State Beavers facing some real uncertainty when it comes to both their athletic and financial future. The university is faced already with a sizable debt because of its brand new stadium. Unpaid, that bill could fall on the school itself, even students. So Devin Haskins is covering the story for us this morning. Devin, we're talking about millions of dollars here.
Yeah, Drew, the renovation of Reser Stadium cost $162 million. And of that amount, the university has to repay $45 million back in bonds. That debt is due in 35 years, which football and events at Reser would have helped cover. The stadium was expected to generate $5 million in annual revenue. But with the conference realignment and the unknown future of any TV deal in flux, that leaves $5 million estimate in question. The money required to pay the principal and interest is projected to be around $2.6 million a year. And adding to the challenge, Oregon State Athletics already has a $33 million revenue deficit because of COVID. The school had previously said the renovation could take care of most of that debt. KGW News talked with a sports law professor from Seton Hall who has written about stadium finance.
The only good news for Oregon State is that the debt service is modest enough that it probably isn't going to be debilitating to the program. It's a little like having an expensive coach on a buyout for the next 30 years, that you're going to have some money going out of your program that isn't generating new money.
Analysts say if revenues from the stadium don't meet expectations, then the money used to pay for the project will have to come from somewhere, such as student fees, taxpayers, or even general funds. KGW also reached out to Oregon State for comment. Scott Barnes, the athletic director, responded by email saying, "We're working on it." Christine.
Okay, thank you so much, Devin. If you know of anyone living in the Seattle area, they may have felt an earthquake this morning. A 4.0 magnitude earthquake hit near Falls City. It's in the Cascade foothills. It happened around 3:30 this morning. We've seen a few people talking about it online too. Here are a couple tweets. Max says that's one way to wake up. Hashtag Seattle earthquake. Justine asked, did I just feel an earthquake in Seattle? We checked in with the King County Sheriff's Office and the National Weather Service over there. No damage or reports of any aftershocks.
Okay, that's good news.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Hill.
Yes, hello.
Approaching 100 degrees.
So,
Slow down, please.
I know that's the headline to me.
That's days away, right?
I can't help it. That's what I'm thinking about.
I've heard, I have friends. I don't really brag about this
That's
much.
a headline.
But I do have friends, and the talk has been, we really haven't had that it's been crazy hot for 5 days of summer.
It's true.
Really haven't had that.
Right.
The hottest temperature has been 98 degrees. Next week, we could go on a run of near 100 for 3, 4, 5. You're smiling, so that's good news.
No, that's a bemused look.
Okay, all right. That's where I begin. All right, this is the air mass for next week starting Monday, 5 in the afternoon. What I want you to get out of this map is the cooler colors of the greens and the yellows. Notice how there's cool weather dropping across the east and how the jet stream works. If it's cool here, you kind of get a big ridge coming up and then that dips for the cool weather. So they're going to be cooling off. We're going to be heating up, all these orange, yellow colors. And then this hot weather just continues to kind of build west and push north. This is Thursday of next week. So I'm going to say all of the models, the timing differs, but all of the models show at least a stretch of a few days, meaning 3 or more, of hot weather next week. That would be at the coolest in the mid-90s and at the hottest topping 100 degrees. So right now I'm going 99 Monday, obviously maybe 100, Tuesday 100, Wednesday 100 degrees. So we'll follow that story. The other story we're following is this little band of clouds out in the Pacific right here. That's that weakening front that's going to come in tomorrow morning early and bring us maybe a 1/10 of an inch of rain to the coast, probably a trace to maybe we get a little bit more than a trace of rain here in the valley. Maybe we don't. Again, that's tomorrow's forecast. Today, we're all nice and clean. There's no storm chance anywhere. Everybody will be dry. It's a pretty start. Look at that. Partly cloudy skies in the Wells Fargo building, 64 in Portland. Go ahead and pick out your city. Good morning, Astoria, 64 for you. Kelso matching that number. It's 43 out in Burns, 63 this morning out in Pendleton. Futurecast shows a little bit of cloudiness around to start our day. Otherwise, I mean, not clear, but dry and mostly sunny statewide. And then here's that little bit of rain coming first thing tomorrow morning. Even in the afternoon, there's some cloudiness and maybe a spritz of a shower around. So that's what we're looking at. For today, mostly sunny, northwest winds 5 to 15. Upper 80s in Salem, Corvallis, McMinnville. Forecast models show 90 down in Eugene, so it's going to be getting toasty this afternoon. Cooler up north, Longview 82, Battleground and Vancouver holding in the mid 80s. I have Portland at 86. Yesterday it was 85 for comparison's sake. And then tomorrow, depending on the cloud cover, we either just get to 80 or we don't with that kind of spritzy shower chance. And then here comes the warm-up gradual, 84, 87, 89 Saturday, 94 Sunday, 99 degrees on Monday. I mean, Monday could be 100, obviously. That's your forecast.
Rob, thank you.